If your call is to bring people towards holiness and righteousness, you must master the art of circumventing Delilah. There are people who follow certain anointings, spirits. Is God giving us intelligence? Listen, let me tell you, by the privilege of God's grace, I've had the honor of being with many fathers of faith in this nation, and when I have the privilege of talking with them, more than the things they are saying, I am observing. I can tell you that they have such a deep experience with God, deeper than most people know. What we do on stage only accounts for 30% of ministry. I hope you know that. A major part of your life must be behind the veil. That is what strengthens what you do in the presence of people here. I've had the honor of meeting very wealthy people, multi-millionaires in all kinds of currencies. And when I sit with them, especially some of them who are very, very wealthy and love God, my goodness, the level of consecration, some of the rules that God had to create in their own lives, you would think God were too strict, but that is exactly what kept them and is still keeping them. When you begin to walk with God, when you learn doctrine and you rise to a particular point, listen to me, let me tell you what God begins to do. God will begin to introduce unique rules based on the vulnerabilities he sees in your life. If he studies you and finds out that, look, it looks like your weakness is women, for instance, God is going to put a unique rule in your life that applies to only you, in a way that if somebody looks at you, he will say, but God, this is unfair. God knows what he's stopping. And once you walk with that mold, you will find out that you will circumvent that weakness and you'll be able to be great. There are others, your weakness, you are a man of God. Even if a lady walks naked in front of you, it does not affect you. But if you see an envelope, even if you are passing and you see an envelope on the ground, you must pick it and check what is inside. Watch this. I know you are laughing, but pay attention. Are we together? Are we together? So God knows when the devil wants to destroy you, he can bring enemies in the name of members for only 1 year who are millionaires but carry within them the spirit of your destruction. If you have not gone through the school of the spirit that has purged you and broken you to a point where you lose an appetite for those things, so God can give you rules like you will not have more than 4 cars at any point in your life. Your wife will say, what kind of a husband are you? They gave us 10 cars, you gave away 6. Why? And you say, I have a covenant with God. God told me I will, at any given point, I will only have 4 cars. It is not a doctrine, it is a training. God has vetted you in the spirit and have found out that if you have more than that, that is the gauge of your discipline. If it crosses that, it can do something to you. Is someone learning? There are people, no matter how they fast and pray, they will not be able to pack a stadium to talk to the people. The reason is because what will happen to you after that meeting, because of your low level of prayer, your low level of consecration, God will have to respect the allowance you have given him in your life. He will not expose you to battles that are beyond your level of spiritual preparation. Is this making sense to you? So the higher you want to rise, that's what I'm trying to say.